listen. And raise your hand, boys, if you have a question. Okay, don't raise your hand when he starts talking. Wait till he says you have a question or anything, all right? All right, you're on.
Okay, thank you so much. All right.
My pleasure.
Hey, so boys and girls, first thing I will say is thank you very much for letting me come in here today. My name is Michael. Just call me Michael. I am a scientist from this place called Top Secret Science, and we have a lab. It's up on the North Shore. It's like about 45 minutes away or so. And you know, this is the first time I've been to this school.
Oh, really?
First time this school. Other North Attleboro schools I've been to several times.
I've heard the rumors.
Yes, the rumors are, well, I'm not sure, but, so we're gonna, let's see, we're gonna have some fun. We are gonna be, you know, it's a very quick thing. It's only like 6 hours. No, it's only 1 hour long, but I promise you it'll go by super fast because we're gonna do a lot of experiments on your teacher. No, not on your teacher. No, not at all. No, looks like a lot of things were done on you. No, reverse that. No, we're on TV. We can't talk about that. No. So, boys, we're just here to have some fun, and I work with up to 1,200 kids a week. I've been doing this for 23 years altogether, yeah. And so, yeah, so I have a ball. We work with kids from preschool, the little guys, the teeny guys, all the way up to high school. So, and again, I'm happy to, be here the first time in the school. So, let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to spend, I'm just going to go like super fast and so forth, but we're going to talk a little bit about a topic. You know what, I don't know if you remember this or not, but this topic was actually taught in 4th or 5th grade, and now it's kind of been brought down to 1st graders. So, well, let me ask you this. Does anyone know what the topic we're going to be looking at is today? Anyone know the science topic at all? Yes, mister?
Light and sound.
Light and sound. Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you know anything about light? Let's start off with light. Like the light from the sun, let's say, or the light, these lights, or any kind of light. Yes, mister?
The stars have light too.
You know what? The stars, you were exactly right. The stars, which are just big balls of gas. I'm not talking about like gas like, woo, hello, no. But I'm talking about, yeah, that, you know what I'm, no. So what happens is, yeah, all stars are made up of one or more different gases. Like our sun is made up of 2 gases, something called helium and hydrogen. All right? And so, and it's burning really, really hot, okay? And electricity and magnetism kind of like pushes it together. Pushes it together, yeah. So, and yeah, you know, so that's what happens. So light comes from stars, yeah. What else about light? Yes?
Light comes from the moon.
Well, you know, light from the moon. What? Anyone? Are there lights on the moon, like, you know, lamps or things? A lot of people think that because, you know, when it's bright, when we'll go outside at night, it looks like the moon's all lit up and stuff. But what is, so the light...
Why the moon is like glowing is because when the sun is down, it's behind the moon.
You know what? Here's the thing. So the moon is like a little teeny guy like this, and then we get the bigger Earth right here, and then we get the huge sun. And so what happens is as we turn around, you know, the Earth is rotating around the sun. When it's turning around and we're sort of like nighttime here, what happens is the sun is so huge, it's still spreading out its big, huge power of light. You know, so it's going to just go past the Earth and hit the moon, and it just looks like it's, you know, just looks like it's lit up and so forth. Yeah. So it's kind of like reflecting off of it. Yeah. So what else about light? Anything else about light at all? Yes. One more thing. Yes.
Light bulbs come from like electricity.
You know, light bulbs, sure, yeah. So how about this? You know, light is the very, very fastest thing in the universe. There's nothing faster. It's like the ultimate speed limit. Nothing's faster at all. Think of this. Think of the Earth like this huge place, all right? Obviously, it's a huge place. Think of something traveling around the Earth so fast, like light travels so fast, it could go 7 times in just 1 second around the Earth. I mean, that's huge. I mean, you can't even take your finger and go like 7 little circles. 1, 2, 3, no, in 1 second. 1, 2, no, you can't do it. It's impossible. So it is huge, and it is going around very, very fast. But it doesn't take long. But though it's very, very fast, it doesn't take long to get to the Earth. This light from the sun only takes 8 minutes to get here. That's all. 8 minutes. Yeah, it doesn't take days or 42 million years. It just takes 8 minutes, all right? One of the cool things about the sun does a lot of, you know, so light does a lot of things. So here's what happens. One of the best things is this. It gives us color. Did you know that? Light actually gives us color. Whether it's these lights or sunlight. Without that, everything's just darkness. Everything's just black. Yeah, without light, there's just blackness. That's all it is. So the light from the sun, Do you know what gives us 7 colors? We call it the rainbow spectrum. Does anyone know what those 7 colors are? Anyone? Yes, honey. In French. No, forget that part. No, I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Red.
Red, yes.
Orange.
Orange.
Green.
Yellow, you're right. Green, right.
Blue.
Blue.
Yellow,
2 more. There's 2 more
purple.
colors.
Yellow and purple.
How about this? Purple we're going to call violet, okay? But in between the blue and the violet is another color. Anyone know what it is? Maybe, you know what? Go back to your old Crayola boxes where the crayons, and there was certainly one of those in there, mister. Think about it. I'll come back to you. Yes, mister?
Violet, purple.
You know what? That's a great guess. How about indigo? Did you ever hear that word before?
Yeah.
Indigo. Well, you're hearing it now. Okay, well now you're hearing it. So what happens is this, guys. You can remember the 7 colors of light by a man's name. He never lived, but there's a name. You can remember all these 7 colors. Remember this guy. His name is Roy G. Biv. Let's say that. Roy G. Biv. I know it's weird, but Roy is spelled R-O-Y. Red, orange, yellow. G for his middle initial, green. And then Biv, B-I-V. Blue, indigo, violet. So that's how you remember them. Roy G. Biv. One of the cool things is this. Every single day, the sun comes down and gives us these 7 colors. And they're all the same amounts, too. But you know what? Here's the first experiment we're going to do. This light right here, or a match, or a candle over there maybe, they're all made of different gases. And all gases have different colors, okay? So here's our first experiment. Look at this. Everyone's going to get and take home with you. We're going to do a couple of take-home projects and stuff, okay? But your first take-home, I know it looks kind of small, but it's called a rainbow disc. Rainbow disc, okay? And so one of the things that light does is it diffracts. I know that's a big word, but it just diffracts. So what happens is this. This is like a little prism. Do you know what a prism is at all? Do you ever hear of that at all? A prism? Yeah, have you heard of it? It's okay. So that's like a prism, but prism, here's the thing. What happens is this, is that think of it raining, like it was just raining yesterday. So it's raining, raining, raining. All of those little raindrops are like these weird shaped objects, okay? When the sun comes out, okay, the sun hits the raindrop, poof, and it spreads all the light from that raindrop into like lots of different ways. And we call that's how we see a rainbow. So all the light is separated from a prism. So here's what we're going to do. In a moment, everyone's going to get one of these, okay? And you're going to look at all of the lights in this room. Basically, there's 2. There's these long lights up here, and then, oh, those are cool too. If you look out the window right from here, do not look at your teacher. No, no, no. So, yeah, the light from the outside is really cool too. So you're going to see all these rainbow colors, all right? Then what we're going to do is this. We're going to shut the lights. Hold your hands. No, no, we're going to shut the lights. We are going to show you some other light bulbs that are really, really cool too, okay? So let's do this. Your teacher and I will pass these out. You want to be on TV, I know, so badly.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. So just one for everybody, okay? So guys, here we go. So just pass these out. The front is like it's like a piece of paper, so don't worry about that. It's the middle part that has the prism on it, okay? So look around, look around. There we go. Sure, hold on. And take one yourself, of course. Yes, please do.
Look out.
Okay, got it. So take a look around.
Rotate it like this. Kelsey, look out the window. Yeah.
Boom. Now all you can see is the light from outside, okay? The light from outside. Now watch this, guys. It's very, very bright in here because it's a nice sunny day. But guys, take a look over here for a second. I want to show you some other light bulbs. Look at this one, okay? So, I have these different light bulbs here. And what I'm going to do is put a couple of them on. Now this is like a normal light bulb. It's very bright. It's a 100-watt bulb. This is something you'd have at your house, okay? So let me put that on. And let me stick this in here. And here we go. So take a look at this with your little prism, your little rainbow. Okay, so take a look.
That looks cool.
It does look cool, yeah. Okay? I know the camera can't pick it up. The camera can't pick it up. So, let's do another one. Watch this.
Like when I turn it, like
This one's kind of weird. It's called the disco ball. All right. It's the disco ball. Take a look at this one. All right. It kind of turns on its own. Yeah. Yeah. Brings you back. Brings you back. Okay. So let's do this one. Guys, what these lights show us is this, is that every light is made up of different gases. And different gases will actually show different colors. All right? That's kind of, so now you're seeing probably 7 colors, but sometimes the red is a lot more than the green, or the blue is a lot more than the violet, or something like that. Let's show you this one. Here we go. This next one, I just got this light. It's kind of a weird one. It looks like the white light, but it looks, it's a key. Do you? It has like a candle, like these are outdoor lights, so like it's like a candle light. Take a look at this, a flame. Good. All right. Super. So here we go. Let me show you one more. This next one, that's a nice one, isn't it? This next one right here is a fast blinking light. We call it a strobe light. Okay, so here we go. You ready? Here we go. So, boys and girls, so that's a strobe light. Now guys, what happens is this. When you go home, look at different lights, and they're all going to show you various spectrums of color. That's the first thing. So light actually gets refracted, meaning it pulls it out in different ways, okay? So every light, doesn't matter where it is, will always have their own color spectrum, all right? So that's number one, all right? So let's do another thing, this next one, okay? So I'll turn the light, so keep that down right now. Keep that in front of you. You're taking that home with you.
Yeah.
This next one. Yeah. Yeah. So, next one is this. Oh man, you know what? I brought this next one. I brought this, I'm not even sure we should do this one. This could be a little dangerous. Yeah, who cares? Let's do it. Let's do it. In front of you, there's a blue, what? What do they call those things? A what? A pipe cleaner. Yes, of course. Yeah, everyone pick up a pipe cleaner. They're on the table somewhere. Okay. Have your teacher. Give your teacher one too. She's got to get that one too. All right. So.
This is what you need to learn.
She needs to learn the science too. Okay, boys and girls, here we go. Another thing that light does, okay? So, light travels in a straight line. And you know what? It continues forever. It doesn't just go like, it stops. So the light from the sun, that continues forever. You know what's a cool thing to think about at nighttime? You see all these starlight, you see all the stars up above, it looks cool. We call them, we have different names for them obviously, and they make these things called constellations, which are like pictures of stars up there. But you know what the cool thing is? Those really are not stars up there. You know what they really are? They are the light from stars that have traveled for like billions of years and have gotten to our eyes so that we can see them. That's kind of really what they are. Those stars are just too far away. The only ones we can really see is the sun. Okay, the sun out there. And normally we don't look at that because it's very close. But the thing is that that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the history of time. You know, whether they're coming towards us or they're going away from us, we don't really know. But that's really what's happening up there, all right? So here's another one. I don't know if you noticed or not, but light, what happens at 2 or 3 days, it's like raining hard. After it's raining hard, how do you feel? You're like, it's raining again. How do you feel?
Tired.
You're like tired and droopy, and it's just not happy, you know? But then all of a sudden, like this morning, the light comes out, and you're like, oh, right? You just feel good. You know why you feel good? Is that our skin, along with everything that's out there, absorbs this light, kind of like drinks it up like a sponge. So our bodies really are drinking up this light energy just like everything is, the flowers and the animals and everything else that's out there, okay? So we absorb all that light and we kind of like drink it in. So this is one of the things that light does, it gets absorbed, all right? So here's our experiment we're going to do. We call this the magic beads, all right? Not beans, woo! No, but beads. So here's what we're going to do. Everyone, your teacher and I, come on in, honey, come on in, sure, come on in. Grab a seat. Did you bring donuts? Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, fine, you're fine. So, it's when you're late. No. So, guys, here's what we're going to do. Have a seat, honey. Sure. So, what we're going to do is this. Your teacher and I, we are going to do this. We are going to come around, and we're going to give you 6 of these little white beads. Now, you've seen them before. They're white. They're plastic. They have little holes in them. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your 6 beads, listen guys, you're going to take your 6 beads, you're going to string them into the pipe cleaner, all touching each other, okay? That's a federal regulation, all right? Yeah, so just remember, you know the federal regs. So here's the thing, put them in, and then let's just do the experiment. So I'm going to have your teacher come on over. So we're going to give everybody 6 of these beads. So 2 hands out. Yes, thank you. So, and let's do this, okay? So get 6, put them on as soon as you get them. So, honey, does she have a little pipe cleaner here? Oh, let's get her one. Here we go. Right over here, honey. Okay. There you go. Do you need like a coffee or anything? You good? Here we go. $9,000 billion. Yes.
Double check.
Here we go. You need some more? Okay. Here we go. So what are you doing?
Yeah, they're hard.
You're like a little hard. Okay, here we go. Here we go, honey. So as soon as you get them, you put them on. That's too many for you. That's too many. Way too many. 4, 50, 87. Good.
Whoops.
Oh yeah, just throw them anywhere. Fine.
Here, Adriana, here. Open your hand, honey. Oh, there we go. Okay, everybody's got
There's
some.
your 6.
Yeah, my 6. Okay.
Oh, it's down, honey? That's all right.
It's all right, yeah.
That's good.
All right, there we go. 2, 4, yeah, I can count. I can count. All right. String them? Okay.
All right, so we gave it to your teachers. Oh,
Yeah, you can see around it. There's
so.
kind of it, but there's a rainbow. And then kind of like what is this plug?
Okay.
See the rainbow. Just put it.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this now. All right, so we call this the magic bead. We actually use a magic word to get the magic to work. Raise your hand. Tell me what you think the magic word is for today. Yes, honey. Did you say abracadabra? Actually, no, sorry. No, that's not it. Hey, that's a great one, though. That's a great one. Honey, what do you think? Abracadabra. It's like a variation or a theme. Eric Satra from Blue. No, that's a great one. Mister? Not, I'm sorry, that's not it. Sorry. Oh, was that something else?
Yeah.
Oh, just yet? No, it's not yet. No, was there? Go ahead, tell me.
Beads.
Beads. Oh, okay. I see.
I said beads.
I got you. Good. That's a good one. Last one, honey. Tell us.
Please.
That is a good one.
Can I
It
do
really
one
is.
of these?
You know what it is? It's actually science.
There you go.
Yeah, science.
Nicely
I
done.
was gonna say
If I was doing
pickles.
geography, it'd be fun.
I was gonna say science.
Yeah. So guys, here's what we do.
Alex,
Everybody. Oh
Listen
man.
up.
Okay. So here's what we do. In a moment, here's what we're going to do. We are going to close our eyes. Not yet, though. Then, once we close our eyes, I'm going to go into your pocketbook. No, forget that. Scrap that. No. What we're going to do is this. We're going to say the word science 5 times out loud. God bless you. Not science and God bless you. Just science. Okay. Science 5 because it's too long. It's like sentences. We're going Mister, don't make me come over there. All right. And then after we say science 5 times, we are going to open our eyes, and you just will not believe what happens. Okay, now, to be honest with you, may I borrow yours, please? Thank you, Miss White, thank you. So what's going to happen is this. I don't want you to be alarmed, but here's what happens. A lot of times, the kids close their eyes, they say the science, and they open their eyes, and they look at their beads, and they go, no, whoa, hello, holy, no, don't be alarmed, no, don't. Okay, everyone right now, close your eyes. I will get us started, okay? So just close your eyes. No peekers. Ready, set, go. Science, 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 science. Look at your beat. What the? No, wait a second. Wait. No, you know what? I am so sorry. You think after doing this 49 million times you get it, but sometimes you forget. Here's what we had to do. I'm so sorry. We are actually going to make this into something. Watch this. I know what I'm going to make. Watch this. I'll make something simple. It'll be very simple. Let's just do like a pterodactyl dinosaur. Follow my lead. Watch this. Hold on. Don't do anything yet. Watch. And then what? I hope we're not live. No. I don't want to do a dinosaur because dinosaurs, they scare me. No. Here's what we're going guys, what we're going to do is this. We are going to make instead bracelets. Here's what you do. Hold it like this. Hold the pipe like this. Then what we're going to do is this. We're going to cross, although you don't cross the streams in the Ghostbusters, you know that, right? So you cross the stream, and then you hold it with one hand like this, all right?
Okay.
So hold it like that. It's really simple. And then the last thing is this. Just these little 2 parts up here, just kind of like twist them in. So it's like a big circle. Watch. All I do is I wrap this around a couple of times. Do, and I wrap this one. Do. You don't have to sing or dance. I like to. But just wrap it around like this so you have a big, big circle.
Okay, got it.
Okay?
Ow.
If you need help, we'll help.
Here you go.
Oh, come on. Really? Come on. Look at this. I just twisted a couple of times. That's all. Come on. Let's do this.
Here it is.
Just twist it a couple of times. There we go, buddy.
My dog would.
I'm going to tell you what it has to do with life. You guys have this? Okay. Mister, whoa. Okay. I take PayPal. All right. There we go. All right. Okay, boys and girls. This is... Oh, you don't need help with yours, right? Okay.
Oh, I think I can handle it.
Okay, thanks. But it's kind of small now. So here, you gave up yours. I see. So guys, here's what happens is that, you know what? This is probably pretty obvious. Raise your hand if you think these are glow-in-the-dark beads. They're not. Put your hands down. Okay. So you know what the problem is? I just don't think that these beads are going to work in this room. I mean, I love what you've done with it, sort of the negative space. I'm not sure what you're doing over there. No, but this is nice here. It's nice. It's nice. It's a very beautiful classroom. I think we have to go someplace else, though.
I think we do.
You know what the thing is? I didn't say outside, no. But here's what we do. Mister, can you do me a favor? Okay, so can you stand up for me? Stand right there with your bracelet. Okay, everyone's going to be grabbing their bracelet. We are going to go someplace. You know what? That's a good idea. I don't know if the camera can come outside with us, but it can. But we're going to go outside for like 5 seconds. Okay? Watch. This guy is going to be our leader. Hold on, mister. No, keep those on. What is your name, mister? Harrison. No, seriously, Harrison. What is your name? This is Harrison. Okay, fine. So Harrison, he knows his name. Everyone's going to happen is this. You see how we're grouped into groups here? 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. We're all going to go single file, and we are quietly, because obviously, you know, kids are trying to study and so forth. So we're going to go down the hallway a little bit and then go out the door for like 5 seconds and see what happens. So everyone, grab your bracelets, all right? And so we are ready to, so this whole table, stand up, all right? Boys and girls.
Out of the
Okay.
puddles. Get over here. Over here. Get out of the
Yeah,
puddles.
right,
Get out of the puddles. Over
now, I know, because there's some puddles out here. Guys, we're going to go back inside. wait a second. Where did you put the white beads I gave you? Did you put it, no. Did you put them in your pocket or something?
No.
Did you put your white beads? That's, everyone, turn around and hold your things up and look towards the camera for a second. Look at that. Now we've gone from white beads to colored beads, right? And so here's what we do. We're going back inside. These little plastic beads is, they are just made of plastic. But what happens is they add this special crystal in when they're actually manufacturing them. That special crystal loves one thing. And that one thing is a special type of light. Not just the colored spectrum of the sun. It loves this other light that comes down from the sun called, Mr. Do you know offhand? Were you going to say ultraviolet light? You're right. You're exactly it. Yeah. You've got some very smart children here. The thing is, ultraviolet light. Let's say that. Ultraviolet light. Guys, you know what? You know when you go down to the beach, you know it's summertime, you go to the beach, and your mom or dad puts this lotion on you, for many of us.
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen. And what does that actually do? Yes, honey. Yeah.
It stops the sun from giving you a sunburn.
Yes. So what happens is you put on this screen, it's kind of like bonds your skin, and it doesn't allow the UV, ultraviolet light, to penetrate into your skin to give you like a sunburn. So it's like a protection for us, yeah. So basically, what happens is this. Every time you go outside, when there's ultraviolet light, okay, that's during the day for the most part. Even if it was cloudy outside, it would work perfectly fine. Because when you first walked out there, you were in shade, God bless you. You were in shade. Then you went a little bit towards the sunny area, but either way it would have been fine. But the thing is, for the rest of your life, your beads will turn those bright colors, God bless you, every single time you go outside. For the rest of your life, okay? And every time you come back indoors, they will go back to white because the ultraviolet light isn't coming in here. Now, here's the thing. Now, it takes a little time. It takes about a minute or two to go backwards. It only takes like 5 seconds when you go outside to start the process. But when you come back indoors, it takes about 2 minutes for actually to do it. I don't know if anyone saw me pulling down the shades over there. What happens is if the sunlight came in this room indirectly, and it probably does at some point of time, when it's like in the afternoon probably, what happens is you could just take your beads and put it near the window, and it would work perfectly fine. So that's why I had to kind of lower them just so the sunlight wouldn't come in here. So guys, the same thing happens to my sunglasses. These are glasses, but they turn into sunglasses outside. There's a special chemical in them that allows, you know, the penetration to, comes out and kind of protects my eyes as sunglasses, and then slowly, in another, I don't know, minute or so, it should be back to clear again, okay? So it's kind of getting there right now. So guys, that's one of the things that light does. It gets absorbed, okay? And so you can take that up. Now, do you have to say the word science? No. I just said that to make it kind of like fun. But you know what? You could add that to your backpack. You could make a keychain. You know, it's a kind of a cool thing. But basically, it's an indicator. It shows you that ultraviolet light is around when they start to turn colors. Okay? So those are the magic beads. All right? So let's do this. There are some Ziploc bags. We've done 2 things so far. There are Ziploc bags on some of the tables. Grab a Ziploc bag and take your 2 things, your magic beads and your rainbow disc, and put those both in there.
I lost my rainbow disc.
Did you? Okay, we'll get you another one. No problem. No problem.
No, it's her. No. Here, I got one right here. Adriana, next time when you don't take it, okay? I'll give you one. Is there some extra? I'll get you one. Is there some extra in the other table, honey?
Are we going to use those straws with
Oh,
the paper?
we are.
I don't have a bag.
There's no more bags? You don't need to zip it yet, just because we have other things that we're going to do. Just pass one of those out. And guys, you can just pass these out.
Risha, you need a bag, honey? Anybody else in the bag?
Adriana, we don't do these.
They're all set.
All right. So I am the last thing I'm passing out, boys and girls.
Listen up.
The last thing I am passing out is just. Oh, you don't want to listen. There's just a little piece of tape, and there's always. I'll get you one. I just take a guess on how many were there. Okay, so I'm just going to give you some piece of tape. We're going to do another experiment. I'm going to get you heading in a second. I just need one more, just for this girl, right over here. Thank you. Sure.
Wait till listen to the next
Yeah,
instruction.
another experiment. Another experiment.
Just give it a second.
Yeah,
Patient, patient.
yeah.
I like these.
We got like a busted catch or something? Yeah.
Michael will give you the scientist will give you the next instruction, so just patiently wait. All right? Patiently wait.
Oh, I'll show you. I'll show you very quickly. Yep. All right. So, guys, I want to tell you something else. Before we get to this next experiment, I just want to, it's another take-home project too, okay? I want to show you something else, is
AJ,
that,
honey, sit and listen, please. Adriana, put the
what
foot.
is that?
Cross back, you don't need to go.
So, basically with light, okay, it does a whole bunch of different things. It gives us color, travels in a straight line, it diffracts, that means that with those little rainbow things, it takes light and changes them into many shades. I'm not sure if you noticed now, but those 7 colors that from the rainbow actually turn into like up to 10,000 shades. Yeah, I mean there are lots and lots of shades. Like for example, if you take red, give me a shade of red. Anyone want to take a guess? Yes, honey.
Pink.
Pink, of course. Yeah, pink is a shade of red. Anybody else? Yes.
Dark red.
Dark red, sure. Think of that Crayola boxes you might have. There's names to all these. Yes, honey, go ahead.
Light red.
Light red, yes.
Violet red.
Fire red, yes.
Orange.
Orange. Now, orange would be on the orange side. So maybe like a red orange. That could possibly be one. How about one more? Yes.
Violet red.
Violet red. Give me a, yeah, how about your teacher? A shade of red.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know, you're on the spot now.
I know one.
There's scarlet and burgundy and there's all kinds of, you know, fire engine red and brick red. Okay, so guys, another thing that light does is this, is it also reflects, all right? So look at this. I have this little cool little laser light, okay? Little laser light, okay? So what happens is this, is that light does this. It bounces off things. So here's just a mirror, okay? Wow, that's nice. No, so here's what I have. So I'm going to bounce this light, I'll show you guys this. It'll bounce this light, and then it'll bounce to someplace else. Okay, if there was another mirror there, it would bounce someplace else. We can bounce this around all day long. So it reflects, kind of like what happens up with the sun and the moon too. So I'm going to shoot this on here, and look, it's actually over there now. Okay, so I'm basically hitting this one, and it just bounces off places. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, how about on? Yeah.
Try the ceiling.
Well, the ceiling, sure. Let's if we had any cats, that'd be great. You just some laser light. So that's it. Okay. So anyway, that's one of those things. Now, going back to the little rainbow disc, I just happen to have it in this little bag here. Is this? Remember when I showed you or told you about a raindrop being like a prism? Prism, okay, prism. So what happens is this little weird shaped clear plastic object, okay, is called a prism. So basically pretend that these are raindrops, okay, coming down from the sky, and they're all coming down. They're dropping here, and they're dropping on this girl's head. They drop here. Okay, and so what happens is that all of a sudden the sun comes out, oh, and the sunlight comes and hits it. And see the weird, so it goes in a straight line, then it goes out, and then it makes, and that's how it breaks up all the different colors. And that's how we get all these different colors, all right? So, let's do something else here. You know what's amazing is that when light enters our eyes, it's amazing that we can open up our eyes and not only see things, but understand things. Like we open up our eyes and we see all these colors, we see all these objects, we know what everything is. It's pretty amazing, you know? So we don't just open our eyes and see this, we see a table and that's it. You know, our eyes see it, but then our brain understands what it is too. It's not like we see it and then 5 minutes later we're like, oh yeah, that was a table, yeah. No, it's immediate. They run sort of what I call parallel to each other, like side to side. Ceiling, teacher, wall, huge bug. No, I'm sorry. That's something else. No. So, but you know what happens sometimes is that what happens sometimes is that our eyes and brain don't connect. And they call that sort of a weird, it's kind of a weird word to it, a weird couple of words. It's called an optical illusion. Optical illusion. You ever hear that before? Optical illusion? There are lots of optical illusions out there. But let me show you one. This is kind of a cool one. Then we'll do an experiment with one. Try this. Okay, I'm not sure if you've ever done this before or not, but do this. Take your 2 pointer fingers like this. All right? Now keep them up like this. Okay, you got to all do it this way. Then put it really far away like this. And then do this. Turn them towards each other like this, but really far. Okay? Now watch me. Watch me. Let's say I'm sitting right here and I'm facing this wall. Just watch me, okay? So what's going to happen is this, and I'm going to have you guys do this in like 20 seconds. Just me. I'm going to be putting my fingers really close together. Not touching, but close together. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of relax my eyes a little bit, and I'm going to look over the middle of my fingers towards the wall. So I go like this, and I just look right at the wall. Now, what I'd like you to do is this. Wherever you're seated, try this. Okay, so put your fingers really close together. Your fingers are going to kind of mix together, and guess what we call this experiment? The floating hot dog. So you can do it short, or you can do it really long. And it looks like there's a little finger in between the other 2 fingers. It's pretty funny, actually, but it takes practice. Don't just say, I can't do it. You just have to kind of try. So what? I'm looking right at my fingers, but like towards the wall. I'm not really looking at my fingers. I'm looking above my fingers. Try it. Keep trying it. Keep trying it.
Now they look like a hot dog. They've connected. Okay, don't connect them. Just look over them, and you'll see.
Sometimes it's easier for them to have their fingers really far out. Yeah, really far out.
No elbows.
And then look at the
Like
wall.
that. There you go.
Yes.
Okay, like that. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. Don't put, just put them close, really close together. Now look over.
Have you?
See
Okay.
if they connect. Can you hold your hands up together, almost together? All right.
Right.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah, okay,
There.
fine.
See how Adrian's doing it?
Hey, so guys,
Okay.
let's do this. We're going to do this next experiment. It's another take-home project, all right? Don't pick up anything yet, but let me just tell you what it is. Not sure if anyone's going to want to do this because, well, let's just see. Okay, it's called the hole in your hand. The hole in your hand. So look, before you say yes to this, okay? Yes to the dress. No, this is yes to the experiment. Guys, no, we're not doing that show. No, you're going to be putting a hole this big. It's about 1.5 inches in what they call diameter. It's kind of wide. This big, smack into the middle of your hand. You will have a huge hole in the middle of your hand. Yeah, you'll be able to see right out of it anytime you want. It's really pretty cool. You'll be one of the few kids in basically North Attleboro. Okay, so it'll be really pretty cool. Now, let me tell you, before you want to do it, before you do this, let me tell you the good news about this. As your teacher might know, I'm not sure if you've seen this before. Guys, watch this. Is the good news, I don't even really call it bad news, okay, but the good news is that, okay, we do use a very, very high-speed drill. We're in and out very quickly. Very quickly, all right? We have, it's pretty precise. I mean, well, pretty is a, you know, it's a subjective word. But, I mean, sometimes it's some minor ligament damage, but normally you get over that pretty quickly. Yeah, a Band-Aid will certainly help that, yeah. But you'll have this really cool hole in there. And I've got all the special bits, like, I don't have it like a 3/4, but I have a 9mm, so that should be good. So, who wants to be my first victim? I mean, volunteer. Anybody? Oh boy, okay. How about this girl right here? Okay, honey, you come on up. Stand right here. Say goodbye. No, I mean, I'm sorry. No, sorry. No. Honey, what is your name? Slani? Come on. Okay, so it's okay. Fine. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do, honey. Watch. Take your right hand. Okay, yeah. Push your sleeve down a little bit. Yeah, just guys, we gotta. I don't want any blood right. No, so no. Put the nice flat like this. Perfect. Now I'm gonna take a visual measurement, as you know. Okay. So see how big that is. Oh, fine. That looks good. That should be like a 0.72 millimeter. So I should have. I should be fine on that. So, honey. Oh, you know what I should have asked? Have you ever had like? Maybe your teacher knows. Has she ever had, like multiple bee stings all at the same spot?
Not in school.
Not in school. This may not work. Who cares? Let's go with it. Who cares? Yeah. Ever since the accident in the lab, I've just been so carefree about this one. Yeah. So, no, let's do this. Are you ready with honey? Are you ready? Okay, let me get the drill. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna get it right here. Hey, I can get a paper cut, Children. No, watch it. Just me. Don't touch the paper. Step away, sister. Watch this. I am going to do this. I am going to roll this in a little tube. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I feel like it. Yeah, that's why. So that's why. Yeah, then I'm going to take a little piece of tape. A little piece of tape I gave you a little while ago? I'm going to do this. Yeah, try this, not at home.
Don't do this at home.
Exactly, mister. Yeah, okay, watch it.
Yes, do this at home.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
watch this. Are you ready for this? Are you sure? Okay, watch. Oh, don't be scared. Just look into the light. Yeah, no. Here's all you do. Here we go. You ready? It just goes like, it's kind of I would call it unorthodox, but it's kind of like this. That's not it. Honey, put your hand down. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to put a hole in her hand.
No, she needs to
What
be
I
right.
will be doing is I will be putting a hole in her head. Ew. No. Honey, have a seat. You're all set. Thank you so much for helping me. Guys, no, here's what you will be doing in 1 minute. Don't pick up the papers yet, but I'll show you what we do, okay? It's very cool, and you will see a hole in it. It's a pretend hole, but it's really there, okay? It's what we call optical illusion, where your brain and your eyes just aren't connecting together very well. So watch this. Just like the little floating hot dog one before, this is what's going to happen. You'll be seated. You'll be making this. This is the hot dog way, not the hamburger way. It's the stronger way. You know what I'm talking about. So what you're going to be doing in a minute is this. You'll be looking at a wall. So I'll be looking at that wall. I'm going to put this in. Just a couple of steps. Watch. Put this in my right hand. I look at the wall and over my right eye. Both of my eyes are open. Okay. So all I do is this. And then there's just one more thing. I take my hand. This is the palm of my hand right here. The palm. Okay. So all I do is this. I go here and I put it right here. Nice and tight. You know what happens? Your eyes and your brain, instead of going like parallel or side to side to each other, what they do is they kind of go into a funnel. And so this hole right here gets transferred to the back of your hand. And guess what? It looks like there's a huge hole in your hand.
Is it really?
It's not really there. You're pretending. You're thinking it's there. But watch this. Not only that, watch. I roll my sleeve down. You can even try this. You put it up against your arm. Oh, yeah. There's a hole in my arm. And then finally, honey, don't move your head. I'm coming in. Sit up, sister. Oh, no, he didn't. So watch, guys, watch it. I'm going to take this. I'm here all week. Tip your waitress. Here's the thing. I'm going to put this on the side of your head. I'm going to look at it. Oh, no. Oh. Guess what I saw? No, seriously, honey, guess what I saw? Guess what I saw?
Hole in her head.
You know what, honey? I am so sorry. I didn't see anything in there. So sad. No, I'm just playing with you. No, it's like I'm pretending to look at her brain. No, it just looks like a hole in the side of her head. You're going to put a hole in anything. In this, what the?
It's a stapler.
That's called a stapler? Thank you. So, guys, step number 1. Let's do this in order, okay? The paper has to be rolled the long way. So try that. Step number 1. Just roll it into a tube like this so that you can hold it into your hand. You did fine. Then put one tape in the middle. So now, Mr. This one. Good. No, that's the short one.
Put the tape right on. Right
Perfect, honey, perfect.
See, now,
Before you do it, can someone help her? Can someone help her? That'd be great.
There you go. Okay?
now
And
let me see your.
so step, you gotta let me see. You gotta put your tape on. Okay, that's okay, that's fine. Hey guys, let me go over it one more time with you. Thank those two children. Okay, fine. Hey guys, here's what we do. Put this in your right hand. Now, not everyone knows what the right hand is, so let's put it right here. Right hand. Right hand. Okay? Think of it. Okay, so, honey, your other right hand.
the other hand.
The other right hand.
This is my right hand.
Okay, so
Yes,
no,
no.
that's your left. So the other right
Do the
hand.
pledge with.
Yeah, the pledge hand. Do the pledge. Now do this. Watch. Okay, so you're not gonna do this with the tube. Don't. When I look straight ahead, don't go like this. Hello, over here. Okay. It's like you can't see it. You gotta put this straight on next to your eye. So right now, right hand, right eye. Eyes wide open. Eyes wide open. Mister right here, your eyes gotta be wide open. You'll close one eye. Then put your hand here and just relax your eyes. But the eyes have to be open. I see a couple of you closing your eyes. Can you see it, Mrs. Moore? Right up against it. Yeah, right up against it. Right up against it. So have your hand right up against it. The two. Now do your arm. Right here. See it?
I have a hole in my arm.
Wow. Now you have liability insurance.
I'm short.
You're short. Nice, nice. So guys,
You're not trying.
eyes wide open. Just keep it on. Look at me. Look at me. Put it over your eye. Okay, that's the wrong eye. The other eye. The other eye. Okay, look at my nose.
Okay, right.
Okay, don't move. Don't move. Put your hand right here. Right here. Right here. Now look at your hand and look at the wall. Keep looking, it's there.
Put your arm up in the stone. Put your arm up and see that hole.
Keep looking, keep looking. Okay, boys and girls. Guys, I would like you to do this. Test this on your mom and dad. It does take some practice, but once you see it one time, you will see it again and again. So, mister, that's right. The reason is because you're in the wrong hand. Okay, you got to put it in the wrong, the other eye, the other eye, the other eye. Yeah, and then, okay, you can work with him later. Yeah. So yeah, it's all bad. So guys, take your little hole in the hand tube, stick it into your, don't crush it, but just like this. Like this. So take your Ziploc bag. You're taking this home with you.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, sure. Right. Yeah, and so go like this. So far we're like this.
Seal it.
All right, don't seal it. Just keep it like this.
Yeah, put it right like that. Okay? There you go.
Perfect. Big one. Yes. Okay.
Got it? Don't see it. Okay.
Okay, guys. All right, so here's the thing. There is a straw in front of you, but we're not going to pick it up right now. Hey, I have scissors in my buckets, but I see you have scissors. So can you guys just grab a pair of scissors? Share them around to everybody. If you don't have one right in front of you, just borrow it.
Okay, I think we're going to cut this into little bits. Oh, me too.
Jacob. Yep.
All right, guys, here we go. So just keep the scissor and the straw down. I'm going to show you something first, but keep everything down for now.
Adriana.
Okay,
go.
Adriana, yeah, super. So,
Listen.
we could talk all day about light. We could easily talk all day about sound too. I'm going to talk to you really quickly about sound. Is that anytime two or more things kind of collide or hit each other, okay? Whether it be my hands or your foot, or it doesn't matter what it is. When they collide and it makes a noise, when you hear a noise, what happens is a couple of things. Number one, friction happens. That's the rubbing of things together. And then basically a sound wave leaves this collision. And guys, and the sound wave kind of looks like an ocean wave, pretend, in the air, invisible. And it kind of travels in the air, and it just kind of filters around. So what happens is this. Sound waves are really through friction and sound waves traveling from place to place. Now, sound travels in different what they call states of matter. You'll learn this in probably second grade, is that there are things called liquids, there are things called gases, and there are things called solids. Now, in the air, here's how fast sound travels, pretty much, all right? Let's say I've got a huge bell, okay? God bless you. I have a huge bell, and I'm on the 1 yard line of a football field. Maybe we shouldn't talk football field, no. But anyway, so on a football field, and then there's a second football field, there's a third football field, and then there's part of a fourth football field. Another guy has his ear like this. He's listening, all right? One guy with a bell, 3.5 football fields away. It's a big number, 1,100 feet, roughly. 1,100 feet, okay? So this guy rings the bell. Bang, bang, all right? And that noise travels in the air, and this guy hears it within 1 second. So they say that sounds travel in a second or so within roughly 11, that's an easier number to remember, 1,100 feet. In liquids, like in water, sounds travel faster. In solid things, like, you know, this or the wood or metal, they travel even faster. Faster and faster, the thicker things are, the more dense they are. So anyway, you know, one of the easiest things I say in science is probably the understanding of sounds and sound waves, because we're immersed in it all day long. I mean, you can close your eyes and you can understand what things are happening in the room or outside. You hear a dog bark or a car or chair moving or someone talking or scraping. There's so many sounds that we can identify, okay? So there's sounds happening all around us. So what we're going to do is this. Just fun little activity. It's a quick thing. We call it, well, the duck call.
The duck call.
Yeah. So basically, oh, I should have made that for you. Okay, watch. Maybe your teacher and I will do this for you, but sometimes I prepare these beforehand. I wasn't sure how much time we had for this, but what happens is this. I am going to cut this little straw, and it's going to look like this, okay? And that's all I really need the scissors for, really. And so basically, there's this little point. It's like a triangle at the top. Little triangle.
It looks like a forest.
So basically, all I do is this. I kind of hold this down, and I put just me. And I kind of scrape it, so I just kind of make it nice, flatter than it normally is, okay? So all I go is do. Okay, and then what happens is this. So I have this kind of this flat portion up here. Then all I do is this. I try to figure out the little sweet spot of where the sound comes from my voice out through the little tube here, okay? And this works with musical instruments and things like that. So let me just do this. Hold on.
Everybody do that?
That's actually pretty good. You know,
How did you do that?
very well, thank you for asking. So here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. So sounds, now this is one vibration, good vibration. What's going to happen is sounds are going to make what they call it's kind of a higher and lower noise factor for the most part, okay? And so the more little vibrations it has to go through is going to change that that high and low pitch, what they call. Okay, so watch this. So it sounds this way right here.
It sounds like Don't cut your mouth with that.
So look, all this little teeny guy now is down to it. But it's much higher pitch the shorter it is. Okay? So watch this. What we're going to do is this. We're actually going to, I think just to save a little time, I'll just take it. Can I show you how we do this? And I'll do it. We'll do this for like 2 seconds, but watch. We're going to grab this. All we do is this. One, and just turn it. Two. Okay? So let's do that. Let's go. So we're going to give these to you. And don't blow into them yet. Don't blow into them yet.
Don't Oh, you
Don't blow it until yet.
We're not cutting.
Here we go.
Why did we need scissors and don't get to cut it? It's not
Yeah, don't do it yet. Don't do
Okay,
it
then you
yet.
just flatten it
I'll
out.
come and help you. I'll come and help you. Here we
Yeah,
go.
you're cutting it.
I'll do it. I could have you do it, but.
There you go, okay.
Okay, let's see. Here we go.
Okay.
So there's one or two girls down there that don't have. Now I'll start on this bunch here. Okay. Oh, nice. So I'm going to tell you how to do this in your mouth. But when you get this, pinch.
for the polite
Don't put it in your mouth yet. But pinch the bottom. Whoa.
Yeah, you
Pinch
put
the
the end,
bottom.
that's how you just trim. But you flatten it out first. Put it together, flatten it out.
Pinch the bottom.
I don't have to like
Okay.
pinch it.
You need this little triangle though.
Okay.
Wait, watch.
No, I'll need that.
No one's gonna live in.
Give it to me all.
I want to do it. Come on. We have to make it
Let's see.
flat.
Let's see. Good job.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
Make it flat.
guys. So what I'd like you to do is this.
Listen.
Pinch the bottom again. So you're gonna pinch, squeeze this triangular part, like squeeze it together, so it's a little flatter right now.
Okay.
We're gonna do this for like 5 seconds. Just really squeeze it hard. Okay. Then,
Now squeeze it
guys,
together.
we are not gonna
Okay.
just blow
Squeeze it,
out of
okay.
this with our mouth like this, with our lips extended out. We're gonna kind of do like So watch how I do my lips are gonna be like
See?
So, find that sweet spot and then start cutting it. Find the sweet spot.
I can't do it.
Flatten it and flatten this up again.
Why I can't do it?
Now try it again.
And just blow out.
You got it?
Try it. You actually try it. Try it. Good job.
Okay, I gotta get a straw to see if I can. Wait, Jacob, wait.
Mr. Doug, it takes practice, that's all.
Yeah, whoops, I didn't do a good job of that.
I cannot do it.
It takes a while to get there. It just takes a little while.
Yeah, it takes a little practice.
You got it. Move your lips back and forth a little bit, up and down on the straw. You get there in the spot. So, put the straw first. Don't feel it. Blow out. Blow out.
Oh, I guess why did you hold it right
I'm sorry, Wait, no, you're fine. It's just one straw. It's one straw. No, that's fine. That's fine.
I could not do
Whoa.
You can cut it, try. Maybe it'll work out.
Okay, boys and girls. Whatever length of straw you have left over, just put it into your Ziploc bag, and you can practice it
Right,
later.
you can practice
But that's
it.
all it is. That's all it is.
it.
It just takes practice. Don't worry.
It's like
Yeah, take the other one, sure.
practice. Put it in your bag.
I mean, not everything is perfectly easy. I don't just give you the easy stuff. You know, we have 900 experiments, all levels of from easy to hard. We try to give you things that are gonna test you a little bit too. This is like super easy. So that's why you have to try a little bit. Okay. So you know what, guys? You have these 4 things that we did. You have the little rainbow discs. You've got your magic beads, the hole in the hand, and also your little, what we call the duck call, because it sounds like a duck call altogether. In just an hour or so, we've gone over all these things, told you a little bit of bits and pieces of things, some information about light, how light travels in a straight line, and obviously it's the fastest thing in the entire universe, and also it diffracts and reflects and absorbs. Guys, you know what? Hope you had fun. I certainly did. We are done with Top Secret Science. Thank you.
What do we say, boys and girls?
Thank you.
Excellent, excellent.
All right,
Thank you.
good job.